Hello, welcome back to Wolcen, Lords of Mayhem. There was a huge update and I missed it because there is no way that you will know about an update unless you have the game on your wishlist. So, usually I keep the games on my wishlist to see all of the news related to the games I own, but this time I messed up. So, why am I playing this? Because they added Chapter 4 and I really wanted to play the entire campaign. For me, personally, the campaign is the best part of the game. For other people, it was supposed to be the multiplayer and other things, but to be honest, the game had problems when it was released because it was not balanced for a Diablo type of game where you just played for hundreds of hours and just had I don't know. The game was great for a single player campaign, but not for the Path of Exile Diablo type of gameplay you'd expect. I'm not sure, there are many other games like this right now and I think this is the best one out of them. I think it's even better than Diablo just because it doesn't make everything into a clown show. And most importantly, it takes itself seriously. Even though the story is a bit weird, the game is definitely not a clown world. And that's why I love it. So what is in the patch? The patch has, this is basically patch 1.1.7.0, chapter 4 endgame. The final story for Wolcen Lords of Mayhem, a new endgame loop, new unique items, new infinite endgame mechanics, new skills, including all their damage type variants, new items and affixes, improvements to existing unique items, a massive balancing pass on active skills and passive skills, improvements to weapons, cosmetic armor, new monster enemies, and general quality of life. A semi-fresh start. So it requires a soft reset of existing characters on the Steam platforms. Now they don't mention a lot of details, you just have to go into it, but I think they just copied your character and you have to respend your points and stuff like that. The blind prince comes. I have a cool picture of a very angry demon. So remember, when you're first playing the game and finished the campaign in 2020, that's 3 years ago. That's crazy. After 3 years they introduced the final chapter. They would say after 6 months, but they didn't tell you what you do in those 6 months. So definitely the developers knew they would add chapter 4. And after six months you start Champion of Stormfall mode. So, roguelite. Chapter 4 plays differently from previous chapter that it focuses on the roguelite experience. It's so dangerous and immediate as a foe as Actimon, your first attempt to defeat him will probably end in failure. So I guess players will have access to a light version of Champion of Stormfall in chapter 4. I have to explain this. So, like I said, you finish the game, you enter Champion of Stormfall, you do random missions with multiplayer or single player, and you construct up the city. You basically upgrade it. But this light version of Champion of Stormfall mod means you will work to defeat the allies of Ahriman, weaken him. Basically, you have to kill lieutenants of Ahriman before the timer runs out, and if you kill most of them, the fight will be easier. And if you defeat a lieutenant, you can choose a skill from Ahriman and weaken it. Basically, you're weakening the final boss. Anyway, let's not get into too many details, it's a lot of things to talk about, but in the final assault, he will attack Stormfall and you must protect it before you can, defeat him. So defend maybe, and then attack him. Many projects you can complete in Regent's Assembly are key to this one. Anyway, so if you die, the Regent's Assembly projects will be reset, but your other buildings and projects will be retained with productivity bonus, and you also have infinite scaling. New item tabs. Anyway, it's hard to explain all of the changes because there are basically a lot of them. Now, when I first played, I played an hour or so because the beginning of the game is you basically doing the Lost Dragon mission, and I already did that. You are supposed to free the drakes, you are supposed to fight with Lucan, and we did that. The first time I played the game, I had a character that was a melee character with a warrior, and the game was terrible with the warrior because you needed to dodge everything, you cannot attack at range. It was very, very hard for me to complete it. And then I have a necromancer. Yeah, I like that helmet a lot. This is gold and this is silver. I already did all of the boring stuff. It took me about an hour to do the mission and to get all of the skills right. This is silver, this is gold. And as you can see, I already basically, if you are going to get back into this game, you need to spend a lot of time because everything will be different. I think I messed up a couple of things in my character design because I was not sure what I chose beforehand, and you really have to read every little dot. So Diablo 2 made it perfect. You had a page, you had 3 major skill sets or preset character classes, whatever you want to call them. So for example, if you're a druid, you had 1, 2, 3 available skill sets. And that was easy because you could see how many points you had into each, you could see how strong they are, you had all the information available, but because of this stupid dot system that they use in Path of Exile, you have to mouse over each dot, and some of the dots will have passive abilities, some of the dots will have, you know, just little passive bonuses like 10%, I don't know, 10% more health, 10% more shield, 5% more attack speed, stuff like that. So you have to mouse over each dot because some of them will offer unique things. And being a summoner, you don't have a lot of choices. I think the game was not really designed for you to play as a summoner. You see what I mean. We'll be playing with the skeletons, let's call it the blood golem, just, you know, as a little nostalgia thing. It was very hard to get back into the game, like I said. So sorry, I skipped all of the cutscenes, I skipped all of that because the game was also in a low resolution. It was terrible. I recorded it, but it was, I think, 1600 by whatever that resolution was. So I had to put all my points back. I'm not sure what I should have chosen. It works. The problem with this is that it's super hard to see where you are going and what you are doing, because some of this will be for mages, but the color doesn't help you. For example, this is casting speed, but it's also shields, elemental resistance, transfer time, and so on. But the game is supposed to be played with you having more dodge points, and I don't remember how to do that. So anyway, I have to reset basically all of this. I have some attack a little bit over here. I was supposed to get stamina points, but I forgot where they are. So I just went over here. Movement speed is also super important because... and also rage. When you're hit, I guess I should have chosen that one as well. And then I went over here. Force shield, resistance core, and over here is the summoning tree. Even though it doesn't make sense, because you would think the summoning would be more related to other things, but nope. What I really hate about this game is that they went for this weird ailment, this weird ailment system. The dialogue, I mean, the way the things are worded in this game, you cannot understand what they're doing. So let me show you what I mean. By the way, this is how you see all of the things. Look at this. So you're supposed to go over this, you're supposed to find and consume the skills, and then you're supposed to use them. Feeding Swarm. The way you're supposed to use the skill is you choose a few of them and then you have to level them up, and they will start with 6. But they can have more than 6, as you can see. I forgot what the max is, but you have to do all of those things again, and they have multiple choices over here, and you can change their damage. It's a mess, I think, because you have to read all of those things, and the wording, it's super sketchy. Feeding Swarm converts your weapon physical damage to toxic damage. What do you mean? Feeding Swarm converts weapon damage to rend. Does that mean it changes your weapon damage? It sounds so weird when you think about it. Reduce summon health. Reduce summon health. Can fire an explosive projectile. But sadly it doesn't really show a lot of information. So the health is 100,000. if you choose to have a projectile, you will reduce it a lot. So again, don't go into that little problematic thing, because it's a lot of learning. So let's go over these things. Elements is the thing that I hated the most, because look at this, you have a 26% chance to inflict burn, and the damage will be that, or freeze or that. But I'm not sure if you actually inflict the status if you don't have a weapon or something that actually can inflict stun or poison or bleed, or I don't know. One of the weird things of the game.
Don't get too close.
Oh, their breath is kind of horrible, isn't it?
Not happening.
Imagine the price you could fetch for one of those.
Yeah. So you're supposed to sell the stuff.
They're impressive and all, but did they have to come and take up so much space? We have business to conduct.
They are smaller than I expected.
Another thing, you start off with unique items.
Can they talk? I swear I heard it talk.
And you had 3 sets of unique items. I think one was for, you know, a brute type of character, a tank type of character, an assassin type of character. And then you also had the mage type of character, but I'm not sure which is which. They're all unique items, but they don't look that unique to me. Got also a pistol. Anyway, it's pretty interesting. Let me kind of mouse over all of these items. I felt overpowered when I was playing the game, and I didn't really understand much, just because the game should have told me a lot of things. I think that's the way I should do it.
Welcome. Don't mind the mess.
I never really understand what the point of duplicating the skill was. So I can also buy the skills. I think I have to use them up. Yeah, primordial affinity, which basically means I can upgrade those skills again. It's a lot of systems that the game, only this game uses, and you have to remember all of them. Anyway, let's look at active skills, just kind of a quick reminder. So you have all of these skills over here, and you can level them up if you use them more. But I'm not sure how you use them more, because they all leveled up at the same time, more or less. No, except this one. Wow, I guess he's stronger. Usually I like to have more summons and a lot of health for them. I guess more damage is always interesting. I guess we can also do pierce, because they are supposed to be trash clearers. Anyway, that's the basic thing. So if you want to see the mission with rescuing the drakes and beating Lucan, which is a boss, and also other things, you'll have to see my campaign video, my single player, where I do that mission, because like I said, I couldn't post that video because it was on a lower resolution, because the game, I downloaded the game.
So
and
then, how will you get him to talk?
Not sure yet. I tried roughing him up a little.
A little isn't going to cut it. Leave him to me. I'll get your answers out of him.
As I mentioned before, Regent, we will decide how to proceed. We're not going to torture him. We'll consider all other solutions first.
Hundar, with all due respect, what other solutions could there possibly be?
Maybe he has loved ones. Something we could use as leverage.
If he won't give Ashara up, he won't squeal on his family either. The longer you delay my intervention, the more you jeopardize...
All right, enough. If you'd let me finish, you'd know that it wouldn't matter if you tortured him. The man doesn't feel any pain. He's not going to tell us anything.
If I may, Regent, there could be some other way around this. I know an alchemist at the Primordial Institute who has previously worked on Republican compounds. I will consult with him and see if he can supply us with a chemical aid.
If it'll get us answers, fine.
Yeah, you had also these stamina points. Like I said, I should have selected more stamina points, but I forgot where they are. Probably when you level up some more. The basic premises for this game is you choose a mission or a project over here.
Back. Got anything specific you want to talk about?
As you can see, this is basically zero. You choose a mission and you have to have 15 points for the mission. Sadly, you don't have access to the champion of Stormfall anymore. You will probably get them in the campaign a little later.
Been waiting for you.
But I think this basically means you lost all of your progress in the champion of Stormfall, and people will not be happy about that because it was a huge task to complete the projects.
We've a bit of a backlog right now, so please don't hesitate.
But one thing I like is that you have more missions now, more mission selection. Eliminate enemies.
Surprised you have time for all this mercenary work, my lord. Damascus never had
Bandits.
time for such things.
You also see the rewards, productivity, item quantity, you also have the modifiers. You see so many things.
These fogs that have been popping up, they're not natural, not by anybody's count. That said, we've a message from someone offering to deal with it, given we send them an armed escort.
I can still do the modifiers.
What you're looking for. Good. Off with you.
Yes, let's do that. Sadly, you still need a lot of gold, but you started with a lot of gold.
You made it through the fog. Good. Keep these creatures off me, and I will deal with banishing them. You are beyond my reach. Return to my side.
Oh, that was a bad hit.
It was, indeed. And just like the good old times, I died without knowing what hit me.
I can't do that right now.
Oh. Fine. I was supposed to kill stuff, but no, you have to go with this elemental thing. Yeah, you do start with a lot of money. So I don't know, I think they did the right thing for updating the game, but they did the wrong thing because they deleted progress and other things. I did a mission the first time I played where I just had to defeat the boss, and that was cool because you enter the zone, kill the boss, and then that was it, you won.
Can't manage that right now.
They're actually pretty tanky.
Will lift this unholy enchantment. Let us pursue the next one. You are beyond my reach. Return to my side.
I need to find an elite enemy so I can subjugate him. You have the summons, and you can also get 3 normal types or 1 elite or 1 specialist, as they call it.
Can't manage that right now.
Yeah, sorry you missed so much of the story, but like I said, why would the game start with that resolution on me? I don't know. And besides, it was just another mission we already did. Because I also played the updated version when they added the dragon or the Drake's quest. I think we saved the dragon lady as well. The dragon lady, the dragon. Whoever made the lightning
You are beyond my reach. Return to my side.
Yeah, if you defeat enemy with that skill, you gain control of them. They basically become your minion.
Will you follow me to the next? Stay near me. I cannot protect you if you stray.
What? I couldn't move behind. Yeah, the game had a lot of problems like this, especially regarding movement. I almost wish you could play with WSD. I was stuck in the object or something. I need a lot of primordial energy to upgrade the skills.
I need more power.
Such a beautiful design game. I mean, the artwork for the game, the assets of the game are just great. Oh yeah, this is definitely a much harder type of mission. I don't understand anything, it's chaos.
Not possible. I need more power.
Will you follow me to the next?
I can barely move around in this map.
Where are you going? You should remain within my warp's reach.
No, this is a stupid mission. How could they design it like this? It's not that they're killing me, is that I'm just taking damage from all sides and I don't know what kills me. And look at how... Oh yeah, definitely don't try this mission. This is why I have a multiplayer character.
I can't do that right now.
You are beyond my reach. Return to my side.
So with the game works, if you make a single player character, you'll only be able to play single player, which was a huge problem in the beginning. But if you have a multiplayer character, you can play both multiplayer and in single player, even though you have to be always online. And the problem with this was that in the Champion of Stormfall mode, you always needed to play multiplayer. Playing in multiplayer Champion of Stormfall was much easier. So I had to choose an online character just to get past the end game easier. But now, as you can see, it's a big problem. Because you're playing single player again.
My warp cannot reach you from here.
Are you sure? Can you tell me that again? Remember never to play a mission like this. Hey, this kind of highlights the best parts of the game and the worst parts of the game. Instigator of Fury, that's actually an elite.
Do not stray. I need your assistance.
I can't do that right now.
I think this character, this NPC is walking through objects I cannot always bypass. I can also summon the big guy, which was a great mechanic in the game.
I can't do that right now.
Yeah, they can fight as long as they want. I don't think they can actually. Look at my HP, and this creature has 100,000 HP. Yeah, many systems that are kind of obsolete or just not worth doing, because you can become so much stronger in this game, but at the same time, it's not worth min-maxing.
Falter and fade from creation. It is done. I could not have done it without you.
I think we only need one. Okay, let me remember how to... Yes. Let me remember how to upgrade the skills themselves using that system. We have a lot of productivity just because we're so high level. I guess it doesn't really matter. So I can buy them. Oh yeah, this is how you upgrade and you do a lot of other things as well. So what do these guys do if you summon them again? Teleport shot on the target location.
Want to go for ancient relics? This is not the place.
You can also duplicate them. I never understood the duplicate system or why you would need them. I guess you can summon
If you want to go for ancient relics,
4 batches of skeletons, but
not the
again,
place.
Diablo just did it better. They should have stuck with that system because it's also confusing with all of these mechanics. And I think they can only go up to your own level. Or not. You know what? I don't know some of these systems. Everything is level 40 or everything I used at some point.
I can't sit around all day. I have archives to tend to.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, great. Bye then.
Oh, that's so noisy. And that's another currency with the dragon stuff. 300 coins. 100. I don't know, it's hard playing the game like this. Because you're supposed to play it from the beginning, but you already finished the champion of Stormfall mode. Or at least I finished a huge portion of it, or actually a big portion, because it was beginning to be boring. You'd calculate your productivity based on the projects and based on the modifiers. And the problem with that at some point was that the game became super boring because it was something like I have to play an hour to complete a building in the city, and I didn't have any more missions. And then I did all of the Oshara missions.
There you are. Beginning to think you hadn't heard. Lucan talked.
Bad news all the way down.
Ashara's warned us before how Ashtaroth twists all living things in his possession. If they do that to her, who knows what it will do to Neyreyan?
Could have offered me a ride.
Is that a dragon? Probably. That's a cool... Oh, I keep my summon. That's new. I don't remember being able to keep my summon or my, pet. Yeah, believe me, you need so much gold because to upgrade your city you also needed gold. So at some point you ran out of gold and you couldn't upgrade the city anymore and you had to do missions just to get gold. It was a nightmare.
He alive?
I think so. Only just.
Haven't found her yet. Good.
That's blood.
You're here. Look. We found a...
He's waking up.
What? Who are you?
Listen to me. Where is she? Where is Oshara? What did you find in there?
Ritual. Corrupting. It's nearly... over.
He's dead.
Corrupting?
We need to get in there.
We will have to dismount and enter the caves on foot. There's not enough room for the drake.
That'll take too long. And we're weaker without the drakes. We'll fly over the caves, find...
Ilthane, do not be foolish. We have no guarantee...
I don't care. There has to be. If I have the other knights, we can split up. Increase our chances.
Then let's not waste any more time.
Fine. Ilthane, take the others and find another entrance. Regent, you can't fly, so you and I will enter
What?
the caves on foot. Let's...
Listen up. O'Shara's in grave danger.
I'm a deity. I'm basically the... I forgot what we are, but let's just say we're...
Ashtaroth's magic is strong here. We will need Nadra's blessing to nullify it. I will cast the spell, but you must stay close. Only the abominations affected by the spell will be weakened.
Okay, I don't know what that means. Yeah, he's over there with us. Well, basically, let's just say we're the offspring of gods. We have some type of, you know, very, very strong power related to magic. I don't know. It's hard to explain things like this. Progression was the biggest problem of the game. As you can see, I'm still confused about certain mechanics. Aberrant attack. So much lighting and destruction. I love this build, even though it's not meta. Probably people will not like this build. I could also increase my willpower just by drinking a potion.
What? Oh, Ashtaroth. It wasn't meant to go this way.
Focus! We'll need to stay together to push through.
I think the bottles refill as you fight more and more.
I'm afraid of what will happen to Ilthane and I if we fail.
What do you mean?
For years, the Order has been trying to push us out. You see, Ilthane, he was once a slave. And the Order, they cannot abide an ex-slave inheriting my position as Elder. For them, maintaining blood ties to the Founders is paramount. I'm sorry, that is hardly your concern. We should be focusing on Ashara's safety.
We should. And this is why movement speed is the best thing in the game.
Stop them! Lord Belisol wants them dead!
Another ambush!
I'll remind these creatures who they serve.
And that's how big that creature should be, but they just made it smaller so you can use the skill. I don't know, it was a bit of a cheap thing, but like I said, the character models are amazing. If you look at that thing, it has many bodies coming out of it, it's scary.
It's not happening.
What if Ashara is too far gone to be saved? Are you ready to strike her down?
Comes to that, yes. It's too early to give up now.
Because of Ilthane? Don't let his status hold you back. You'd only be trading one danger for another.
Ilthane is one of the only knights remaining who advocates for Ashara as our spiritual guide. Both of them matter beyond our personal attachments. If we lose Ashara today, I fear the future.
Oh yeah, they're much stronger when I don't have that guy with me.
Grind their bones into the dirt. They must be stopped.
You waste my time.
Cut them down! For Ashara!
Oh yeah, this game was amazing when I first played it, and I still recommend you play the game. It's worth the price, but just don't think of it like, what? Oh, this is a mini boss, it's not an elite. I think I'm supposed to sit near it for the toxic effect. Basically picking up the items is a bit useless. No caves. Yeah, you can still pick up the game and play the campaign.
It won't be long before they discover the tunnels. It matters little. The ritual will be complete long before they manage to find a way through the labyrinth. I was thinking, shouldn't we just kill her? Isn't that what he wanted us to do? It is. But our master, Ashtaroth, has other plans. You would do well to remember that. Yes, of course, my lord.
I just love how the game looks. How the game plays, well, it's a totally different matter.
We're getting closer.
Shara, she must be resisting. Let's move.
Oh yeah, we have to kill these guys. Nah, not a problem for so much lightning. That's a dead end. Yeah, don't focus too much on exploring the map and getting rewards, because at this point of the game you are full of items anyway. These cathedral walls, that corruption, those pots. I never really was the mid-max type of guy in games like this, because it's an infinite loop. You'll never be able to finish your build. Even if you finish your build, what then? You make another one? This is why I prefer progression over meta. Game. And how do I get there? Oh, don't tell me I have to use a teleporter or something. I think that's how it that's how it works. You have to go up there. Especially because the game had a great multiplayer start, but then the multiplayer faded away just because, you know, you had gold, you had item duplicator. A lot of people duplicated items and then they got millions of gold, and then that made the game trivial because you didn't need gold anymore. But gold was not actually a huge resource in the game. You also needed to do the missions to get the champion of Stormfall mod leveled up, and then you start to get unique items. I don't know, it was such a huge task to get unique items.
Look at what they're doing to her. We have to put an end to this. Now! Are you with me?
I'm with you.
I only got one unique item while I was playing the game, if you want to think how
A ritual before she's beyond saving.
hard that was.
Where's Ilthane? Has he found another entrance?
We can't wait for him. Keep fighting.
I must admit, I am surprised you made it this far. Not many manage to find their way through the murky waters of the Daddle bowels. But you will not stop this.
He has such a soft voice for
Ashtaroth told you.
him being a demon.
Well, I promise you, you have far more to fear from me than from him.
This power, it is not yours to command.
What does he speak of, champion?
Nothing but a lesser demon's taunts. Hurry, Ashara's time is running out.
Well, you know what? I'm tired of this.
You're no human, ascended or otherwise.
no human.
Quiet! I have no time to waste on your tricks. I'll manage that right now.
I think I should have played the other Eternal, because this one is pretty hard to control and I don't remember all of his skills and stats.
Oshara?
Nope.
Oshara? Oshara? No! Oshara, no!
Oshara! Stop! It's over! Don't you recognize me? It's me, Ilfane!
Flesh. He demands it.
He demands it? Ashtaroth.
She's under his hold. Kill her!
She already got 3 kills. 2 knights and 1 drake. Don't worry, we'll see her again.
Over here. Need help.
Full intro.
I was too late.
What are we fighting?
Where were you?
Could have.
That might be true.
Oh,
but
sorry,
your
sorry.
self-pity won't help anyone.
It's not good enough. Onda, my father is dead. Ashara is lost. Who knows what's going to happen to Neyreyan now? And me? I can't go back.
Get a grip. We're the only 2 people here who can still get the situation under control. It's up to us. We need to kill her.
Kill her? But she balances this world. Binds us to the other realms.
And now that power may as well be in Ashtaroth's hands. Is that any better?
You're right. Given enough time, Ashtaroth could seize control even over life and death. We can't let that happen. But there's no way to tell what will happen without her, without a voice of Neyreyan.
No, we can't be sure what happens if Ashara dies. But if she lives, we know with absolute certainty that she will roam, killing thousands in her wake.
Can we talk about this later? I have to bury the fallen. Bury Onda.
Fine, but don't make me wait. There are more lives at stake than these.
By the way, you also get their full armor as a cosmetic unlock, so you can basically unlock everything he was wearing. And we seem to have unlocked another one. Let me see. Cosmetic inventory is pretty easy to use. And we have over here unique skins. So what did we unlock? I already unlocked these, but they're giving me them again. I guess I can show them to you. Of course, they're not better than the ones I have. Yeah, I guess that's it. I'll show you the other stories. I'll try to play the story from the beginning, but again, sorry because I didn't record the first mission with you freeing the drakes and shutting the generators, but I think it'll be the same that I played before when this was first released. I think we have to do the Oshara and the Dragon questline and then we'll get to the Ahriman challenges. Next time, bye!